What's up, leaders? Jason here, trying out one of our counseling rooms as another venue for shooting video, mostly just because I don't feel like walking all the way over to the rock from the office. I'm feeling lazy today. But wanted to walk through another tool with you guys. So this is completing the toolkit videos. So last time I did the Hear Journal. This time I want to talk to you about the Discipleship Triangle. The church I got this from is Grace Fellowship up in Atlanta. They call it up, out, in. So your relationship with God, up, your relationship with others, and then relationship with yourself. I'm just going to call it God, others, yourself. So the Discipleship Triangle, and essentially what you want to do is you're asking questions, those three questions for students. When you're having a discipleship question, maybe they're having an issue with their friend, you're having an issue with their parent, or something like that, or they're trying to discover something about God new. You want to ask all three of those questions. Don't let them compartmentalize their lives. So many times a student wants to think, well, this is just only affecting my relationship with God and not others, or not even myself. Or this is my own little secret sin, and maybe it affects God, but it doesn't hurt anybody else, so it's okay. No, what we want them to realize is that if you're having an issue or a problem or something like that where you're growing, they're always connected, whichever one it is. So if you're having personal issues, notice there's lines that go to God and lines that go to others. And then there's even a line that goes from God to others. So think about it this way. If you're having personal shortcomings in your morals and ethics on a public basis, maybe at school or even private basis, you would say, okay, how's this affecting me? Well, it's separating me from how God has designed me to live. It's causing me to live in sin. It's causing me to feel personal shame, maybe, or I want to be secret about it or something like that. So these are the things that affect us personally. Then you get to say, okay, how's this affecting you and your relationship with God? Your relationship with God, sin separates. If you don't have a vibrant relationship with God, then you're going to feel distant. You're going to say, I don't know the will of God. Or sometimes we'll say things like, God is silent in my life. And that's not always true. Sometimes that just simply means you're not listening because there's too many other distractions, and maybe there's this sin that's making a barrier. So you feel the disconnect from God. Well, then also, even if it's a private sin, how you view others is going to change. So let's say it's a young boy who's dealing with pornography or something like that. So he says, it's just me, it's just my personal private sin. And yeah, maybe it affects God because God said not to do this. But then you have others. It's not affecting others. And that's a myth that has been propagated. But it's pure sin. It's not honest. So how does it affect others? Well, now you're going to begin to view women differently. You're going to begin to objectify them. You're going to begin to not view them as daughters and creations of God, who bear the image of God in their bodies, who are supposed to be partners in our faith. So how you treat them, how you interact with them, totally different. Guys will become insecure around other guys based upon other sins that they're dealing with. If they're dealing with pride issues, well, then they're going to have competitive nature and insecurities with other guys. And they're not depending on God, who is their anchor, who is their strength. Paul's very clear that in our weaknesses, he is made strong. So we have to embrace the weakness in order to see the strength of God reign in our lives. And then because of that, because we're disconnected from God and because we're affecting others, then God reaching others and God ministering to others can be hindered because of that. We become a stumbling block, if you will. So use this tool. It's a great way to ask questions and say, like, hey, how's this affecting you? How's this affecting your personal relationship with God? How's this affecting your relationship with others? So use this tool as you're having conversations with students, especially in D groups or in your small groups, or if you just happen to reach out and meet some kid and his parents at Starbucks or something like that. Hey, we don't know what God has set before us, but we do know this, that if God has called you to do it, he will enable you to accomplish it for the glory of the name of Jesus Christ. You guys are heroes. You guys are awesome. Thanks again for watching this video. Hope this is helpful for you.